Hello, boys and girls. I am going to read a story to you today, and I'm going to talk to you and remind you about how to find evidence in a text and how to tag and drag when you're answering questions after reading a story. So when you find evidence in a text, we first read the question. Then we reread the story until you find text related to the question. And the third thing you would do is use the text in the story to help you write your answers in complete sentences. When we tag and drag, your teacher often tells you to use part of the question to start your answer. You should always reread your writing after you have written your answer to make sure it's a complete sentence. So an example here is, what is your favorite color is the question. Now I underline favorite color because I'm going to make sure that's in my answer. And my answer is, my favorite color is blue. I tagged some of the question and dragged it into my answer. So we're going to keep that in mind when we answer questions after the story today. Okay, so the next part of the lesson is remembering to tag and drag and how to find evidence in our text. So the first question, I'm going to read all three questions to myself first. And then if I need to go back and look something up in the book, I can always look back in the book as many times as I need to. Good readers do that. The text is there to help and support you. So my first question says, why do you think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves? Oh, I remember that part in the story. I could go back and look, and maybe that will help me. Number 2, what animals wake up in spring? Give evidence from the text. Ooh, so I can't just think about what I know. I have to actually find the animals listed in the story. Okay, and then the third question says, when does the sun set in spring? Ooh, I don't know that, but I know I could find it in the text. I do remember reading about it. So let's look at my chart here, find evidence in text. First read the question. Oh, I did that. Now I'm going to go back in the story and find text related to my question. And I'm going to use that text to help me write my answer. So my first question was, why do you think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves? Oh, here's the page. He's outside. I run outside in thin pants and short sleeves, no thick, heavy winter coat bundled around me. I skip and leap and feel light and free. Fresh air rushes all over me. You know, it doesn't give the exact answer, but they did say, why do I think? So I think that he's running outside in just thin pants and short sleeves because it's warmer outside. In springtime, the weather gets warmer. So I think that's what I'm going to write in my answer. So I can tag part of my question into my answer. Why do you think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves? Why do you think? Ooh, I think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves because, I have to add that word because that would give the reason. So I'm going to write the word I before think, because it wouldn't make sense if I started with just the word think. I think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves because it is getting warmer outside. Okay, so tag and drag. I used part of the question to start my answer, and I underlined it so I remembered which part to use. Now the next part is reread your writing to make sure it's a complete sentence. I need to do that. All good writers and readers do that. I think the boy runs outside in thin pants and short sleeves because it is getting warmer outside. Okay, so I answered number 1. Number 2, what animals wake up in spring? Give evidence from the text. Oh, I'm gonna go back into the text now, and I'm going to see if I can find the part where it talks about animals waking up. Let's see. So I'm skimming. I don't think that's the section. I don't think that's it. No. Oh, okay, that talked about a plant. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is the section that talks about it. Let's see. The ground is growing soft and warm again. There's a clean, fresh smell in the air. We find tiny new green growing things everywhere. Animals that slept all winter are now waking up. Oh, wait, there it is. Earthworms, frogs, turtles, snakes, beetles, ladybugs. I'm going to use that evidence right on that page, and I'm going to put it right into my text. Okay, so let's see. Let's tag some of the question and put it in my answer. What animals wake up in spring? The animals that wake up in spring, the animals that wake up in spring in the story. I'm going to add that because it shows that I found evidence in the text. The animals that wake up in spring in the story are earthworms. So I'm just going to make a list here and put a comma after each animal. Earthworms, frogs, turtles, snakes, beetles, and I'm looking right back at the book to help me with my spelling, and ladybugs. All right, my last question. When does the sun set in spring? Ugh, I do not remember that. That's about a robin. Okay, this was about the squirrels and the birds and their nests. A flower. Planting. Wait a minute. Let's see. It's dark here, so I'm wondering if this is talking about the sun setting. The days are getting longer. Now the sun sets after dinner. There it is, right in the text. Now the sun sets after dinner. When does the sun set in spring? The sun sets in spring after dinner. The sun sets, I could say after dinner in spring. The sun sets after dinner in spring. The sun sets after dinner. I reread my work. I tried to use this chart to help me remember all the things that I need to do as a good reader and writer. So just remember, when you're tagging and dragging, you're using part of the question to start your answer. You're rereading your writing to make sure it's a complete sentence. And when the question asks you to find evidence in the text, it's okay to go back and read and reread as many times as you need to. hope you